Consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna as imagination.
6. To give some mundane interpretation of the holy name of the Lord.
To commit sinful 7. To submit sinful activities on the strength of the chanting of the holy names of the Lord.
8. To consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in the Vedas as fruitive activities, karma kanda.
9. To instruct the faithless persons about the glories of the holy name.
To not have complete faith in the chanting of the holy names and to maintain material attachments even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also inoffensive.
It is also offensive.
It is also offensive to be inattentive while chanting. Anyone who claims to be a Vaishnava must carefully guard against these 10 offenses in order to achieve the desired success, Krishna Prema.
Jai Vaishnava Pranam.
Yasya kripa sindhu bhayeva ja patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha.
Ananta Koti Vaishnavinde ki jai.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Good much, I will do it very much. Yeah, I'll clean this Guru Maharaj today.
Okay.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj.
Is he going to school?
Yes, Guru Maharaj.
He left already?
I think he has gone to change dress.
We're going to change dress.
His teachers are very happy that he's coming on time now to the school.
All right.
Like fast students here.
Huh?
Yes. He's there very surprised. He's coming on the correct time, 15 minutes before the school.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He told me like that.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari.
Jaya Radha Madhava
Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari.
Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari.
Gopi Janabalabha Giridharadhari
Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari
Yashodanandana Prajajanarandana
Yashodanandana Prajajanarandana
Yashodanandana Prajajanarandana
Yashodanandana Prajajanarandana
Yamunatira Vanachari
Yamuna Tira Vanachari
Yamunatira Vanachari
Yamuna Tira Vanachari
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Nitai Gaur Haribo Haribo Nitai Gaur Haribo
Nitya Gaura Haribo Nitya Gaura Haribo
Jai Jai Prabhupada Jai Srila Prabhupada
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Srila Prabhupada
Gaur Premanande
Hari Hari Bol
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya
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 Narayanam Namaskrityam
Narayanam Namaskrityam
Naram Chaiva Narottamam
Naram Chaiva Narottamam
Devim Sarasatim Vyasam
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam
Tato Jayamudiraya
Tato Jayamudiraya
Nastaprayeshu Vabhadreshu
Nashtaprayeshu Abhatreshu
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Bhagavati Uttama Shloke
Bhagavati Uttama Sloke
Tir Bhavati Naishtaki.
Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki.
We're reading Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 8, Prayers by Queen Kunti, text number 20. Tata Paramahamsanam
Tata Paramahamsanam
Muninam Amalatmanam
Muninam Amalatmanam
Bhakti Yoga Vidhanartam
Bhakti Yoga Vidhanartam
Katam Pashye Mahistriya
Katam Pashye Mahishriya
Tata Paramahamsanam
Tata Paramahamsanam
Muninam Amalatmanam
Muninam Amalatmanam
Bhakti Yoga Vidhanartam
Bhakti Yoga Vidhanartam
Katam Pashye Mahistriya
Katam Pashye Mahishriya Tata Paramahamsanam
Tata Paramahamsanam
Muninam Amalatmanam
Muninam Amalatmanam
Bhakti Yoga Vidhanartam
Bhakti Yoga Vidhanartam
Katam Pashye Mahishriya
Katam Pashye Mahistriya Tata.
Tata
Besides that, Paramahamsanam
Paramahamsanam
of the advanced transcendentalists, Muninam
Muninam
of the great philosophers or mental speculators,
the great philosophers or mental speculators,
Amala Atmanam,
Amala Atmanam,
those whose minds are competent to discern between spirit and matter.
those whose minds are competent to discern between spirit and matter.
Bhakti Yoga,
Bhakti Yoga,
the science of devotional service.
the science of devotional service.
Vidana Artam,
Vidana Artam,
for executing.
for executing.
Katam,
Katam,
how.
how.
Pashema,
Pashema,
can observe.
He,
Certainly.
certainly.
Striya,
Shriya,
women.
woman.
Translation. You yourself descend to propagate the transcendental science of devotional service unto the hearts of the advanced transcendentalists and mental speculators who are purified by being able to discriminate between matter and spirit. How then can we women know you perfectly? Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Even the greatest philosophical speculators cannot have access to the region of the Lord. It is said in the Upanishads that the supreme truth, the absolute personality of Godhead, is beyond the range of the thinking power of the greatest philosopher. He is unknowable by great learning or by the greatest brain. He is knowable only to one who has his mercy. Others may go on thinking about him for years together, yet he is unknowable. This very fact is corroborated by the queen, who is playing the part of an innocent woman. Women in general are unable to speculate like philosophers, but they are blessed by the Lord because they believe at once in the superiority and almightiness of the Lord, and thus they offer obeisances without reservation. The Lord is so kind that he does not show special favor only to one who is a great philosopher. He knows the sincerity of purpose. For this reason only, women generally assemble in great number in any sort of religious function. In every country and in every sect of religion, it appears that the women are more interested than the men. This simplicity of acceptance of the Lord's authority is more effective than showy, insincere, religious fervor. Om Jnana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurumilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Panchakalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhu Bhayevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So Queen Kunti is going to describe different reasons why the Lord appears in this world. What's the Lord's purpose in coming to this world? So here, in this first verse, which she's describing this topic, she said that the Lord comes to propagate transcendental science, to propagate bhakti yoga into the hearts of the advanced transcendentalists and mental speculators. So mental speculators and so-called advanced transcendentalists, they may not have knowledge of bhakti yoga. They could be advanced transcendentalists, but they could be impersonalists. They may be detached from the material world, but they have not understood the personality of Godhead who is behind this whole world. So the Lord has to come and guide them and teach them like that. This is Queen Kunti saying like that. She said these people, transcendentalists, advanced transcendentalists, and mental speculators who are purified by being able to discriminate between matter and spirit. So it's a level of advancement. You know, they've understood that there's not only the material energy, there's also a spiritual energy. A lot of people, common people, they only understand matter. They only understand the material elements. You know, material elements like this building, the cars on the road, these computers which we have, all these things, these are all matter, right? But behind all the material elements, there is spirit. It's not just only matter. Matter means earth, water, fire, air, and ether. Mind, intelligence, and false ego. Right? Lord Krishna said, altogether these 8 describe my separated material energy. So matter is separated from Krishna. It's not very pleasing to him. So then Krishna said, beside this material energy, there is another energy of mine. Apariyamitvastvamyam prakritim vidime param. That there's a spiritual energy as well. So some people can be advanced transcendentalists, they can be speculators, they can understand these things, but they have not understood the Supreme Lord. They've understood that there's spirit. They're simply thinking, I am Brahman. They don't understand that Brahman is a part of a Supreme Brahman. So their knowledge is limited and it's not fully perfect because the Lord is beyond the power. To understand the absolute personality of Godhead, you can travel at the speed of the mind for millions of years, you will never understand. And so Prabhupada is explaining like that the Lord is unknowable even by the greatest brain. There was great brains, they say Einstein was a great brain, he's a famous scientist. He developed the quantum theory, but he could not understand who is behind the material creation. He could not appreciate that there's a supreme Lord behind everything. So, how to understand the Lord? Prabhupada said, He is knowable only by one who has His mercy. You have to get the mercy of the Lord. And that mercy of the Lord comes through the Lord's devotees. I quoted the verse yesterday to you about from the Mahabharata, Tarko Pratishta Shritayo Vimina Nasavrishir Yashya Nitam Binmina Dharmasya Tatvam Nihitam Gohayam Mahajano Yena Gita Sapanta. Right?
Sure.
That the absolute truth is hidden in the hearts of the pure devotees. And we have to understand it by following in the footsteps of the Mahajans. We have to follow in the footsteps of the Mahajans. That is the Lord's mercy. Without the help, without being guided by these Mahajans, then we can never come to understand the absolute truth. You could go on speculating about what is the nature of the absolute truth, but we would never be able to conceive that the absolute truth is a cowherd boy with a peacock feather who plays the flute. That kind of conception of the Lord is inconceivable. And even the great demigods like Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, they're bewildered sometimes how the Lord could be like this. So Queen Kunti is appreciating this, and she's playing the part of an innocent woman. She says that the Lord comes to propagate devotional service to these advanced transcendentalists. So she said, how can we women know you perfectly? Women are not usually advanced transcendentalists, and they're not also speculators. As said, women are more soft-hearted and submissive, and they're more able to follow authorities. They believe in the superiority and the almightiness of the Lord. They offer obeisances to the Lord without reservation. Not some men, they're so proud, they won't like to bow down. Why should I bow down? They talk like this. They have that mood. They don't like to offer respects to someone. But the women are more kind-hearted and soft-hearted, and they're more submissive. So Prabhupada explains that Krishna is so kind, he gives his mercy not only to the advanced transcendentalists, but he gives it to other people as well, who are genuine, who are sincere, who want to understand the Lord. Krishna's in the heart of everyone, so he knows the sincerity of purpose of each and every individual. And when Krishna sees that someone is very genuine and sincere and they want to understand him, then the Lord makes arrangement for them. The Lord gives his mercy to those who deserve it. as it said in the Bhagavad Gita, as we surrender, Krishna said, as you surrender, I reward you accordingly. So it's based on surrender. We want to know the purpose. We want to understand the Lord. We want to know the Lord. We want to see the Lord. We have to be genuine in our approach to Him. That we're not approaching the Lord for some business. That we have a genuine desire to want to serve. Prabhupada's spiritual master, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, he used to say, don't try to see God, but act in such a way that God Himself will come, He will want to see you. So this is the idea that we shouldn't be disturbing the Lord, trying to go there to see, why do we want to see the Lord? Or what purpose do we have in seeing the Lord? Oh, I just want to see Him, then I know He's real, then I know He exists. No, that's no good, that's not a good reason to get to see the Lord. Mm-hmm. So some people, they have that kind of thinking. They just want to see the Lord to prove to themselves that God is a person. But an intelligent person can understand the nature of the Lord. And he simply wants to serve the Lord. Our business is to do service. If the Lord reveals Himself to us, then that's the Lord's mercy. Devotee, he leaves everything to the arrangement of the Lord. It's up to the Lord. If He wants to reveal Himself, He can reveal Himself. But a devotee just simply wants service. He wants to do service for the Lord. And of course, what service can we do? Well, the main service we can do is to chant the holy name of the Lord and study the scriptures and hear about His pastimes and discuss also the activities of the Lord. And this is actually how we can practice pleasing the Lord. So Prabhupada talks about how women, how they're very fond of religious functions. At least in countries like India and other countries also, Western countries, you'll see more women go to church. The men, not so much eager, but the women like to go to church and they like to have some religious function. In every cultured society, there will be religion, right? Religion is for civilized people. Animals have no religion. And if people are just like animals, if they only eat and sleep and mate and defend, then they won't be religious. Then when they're not religious, then they're simply two-legged animals. We say dvipada pashu, two-legged animals, because their business is just like the animals, eating and sleeping and mating and defending. And they don't have a higher thought. They don't inquire about the purpose of life. And so they have no religion. When people will inquire about the purpose of life, then they will think more about taking up some religious activities. So Prabhupada said that simplicity in accepting the Lord's authority is better than making a show of religious fervor. Making a show. People put on a show and they pretend they're so pious, so religious, but in their heart, they're actually so sinful. So sometimes people do like that. They put on a big show externally, let everybody see how religious I am, how I'm such a good person, I'm so godly. But behind the scenes, they're very sinful. So Prabhupada said, it's better if people are just simple and accept the authority of the Lord. And that acceptance of the Lord's authority is shown by hearing from the Lord, like reading the Shastra and going to temple and worshipping the Lord and engaging in these different acts of devotion. When Krishna sees that a devotee is very sincere, then Krishna makes arrangement for that devotee to make advancement. Krishna knows the heart of everyone because he's in the heart. As a super soul, he's situated next to the individual soul, so he knows everyone's heart. He knows what is the innermost desire in the heart. Now, some people, they may be religious, but they want to get something from Krishna. They don't want to give service, they want to get from Krishna. So Krishna makes arrangements for them. They want something material, that's very easy to give them something material. And of course, when they get something material, then they want something more. And then they want something more after that. And there's no end. Material desires don't finish, but they're always going on one after another. So Krishna doesn't like to fulfill everyone's material desires. They have material desires. It's not pure devotion. Now, of course, Krishna can do it, but he would rather purify them and bring them to a higher level of consciousness. If they have simply material desires, then that's going to be temporary, because in material things, they're temporary, and the pleasure will be limited. So the problem with material desires is there's no end. People come with material desires one after another. Now in the Bhagavatam, it's also stated that even you have material desires, you can still worship the Lord. There's a verse there in the second canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Akama sarvakamo va moksha kama udaradi tivrena bhakti yogena yajeta purusham param. That whether one has all material desires or no material desires, or whether one desires liberation, whatever he wants, he should worship the Supreme Lord. He should take up the worship of the Supreme. So even we have material desires, still we should worship the Supreme Lord. And by worshipping the Lord, he will arrange to purify these desires. And just like Prabhupada gives the example, the child comes to the parent, he says to mother, "Mother, give me some money." And the mother says, "What do you want money for?" And the child says, "I want to go and buy some petrol, and I'm going to burn myself." All right? Sometimes the child feels very unhappy, miserable. I want to give up my life. So then mother will say, "Oh, I'm sorry, no money today."
Yeah.
So the same way people come to the Lord and they're asking to the Lord, "Give me poison." You see, they're asking the Lord to give me poison, I want sense gratification, I want some poison. So Krishna's thinking, well, why should give him poison? Better to starve him and purify him, and gradually they will become devotee. Gradually will awaken when they lose these material desires. The material desires, they're very temporary, flickering. One day we want this, next day we want something else. There's no end to material desires. But transcendentalists, Kunti's talking here, that the Lord has come to instruct the transcendentalists and mental speculators. And they are already purified by seeing the difference between matter and spirit. But the Lord wants to bring them to the higher level to understand devotional service. Because simply knowing you're not the body, you just simply recite, Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Brahmasmi. I'm not the body, I'm not the body. That is not the goal. You have to understand who are you? What are you meant to do? What is your function? If you're a spirit soul, what is the function of the spirit soul? What is the spirit soul meant to do? And so we have to understand these things. And in order, of course, here, Kunti is saying the Lord is coming. He's going to tell them about this. And in the absence of the Lord, we take shelter of the Lord's devotees. And the Lord's devotees, they can reveal these things to us. But Queen Kunti is saying, well, this is for the advanced philosophers. I'm just a woman. How can we women know you? But in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Striyo Vaishyas Tata Sudras Tepi yanti param gatim. Mamhi parta vaya pashritya yepi shu papa yonaya. Striyo vaishyas tata sudras tepi yanti param gatim. Right? Even one may be of lower birth, like women, Vaishya, Sudra. We're not high-class brahmanas, we're of lower birth, but we can all achieve the supreme destination by being properly situated in devotional service. So this is important to understand. Bhagavad Gita is not meant just for men, it's for everyone. Women also can become pure devotees. Everyone can have the chance to do service for Krishna. So this is some points here about this verse. We want to understand Lord Krishna, or we want to understand rather Queen Kunti, how humble she is. She's not asserting that we're women, we're very pious, we're very genuine, but she's saying, how can we women know you? Generally, people think of how to know God. Some people think God is so big, you can't get far away to see it, far enough away to see him. He's so big. And some people think that, well, some people think God is dead. Some people think there's no God. Some people think, oh, well, he's hiding in the hearts of everyone. Just like Hiranyakashipu, when Hiranyakashipu's brother Hiranyaksha was killed by Lord Varaha, then Hiranyakashipu was very angry. He went looking everywhere for Vishnu, but he couldn't find him. So then he concluded that Lord Vishnu has hid himself in the hearts of everyone. So the Lord is certainly there in the heart of everyone, but at the same time he's also a person. He's also there as a person. He's not only in the hearts of everyone, he's also a person. So we try to explain these things. So women can also be advanced transcendentalists, and we do have like a number of advanced women in our Krishna consciousness movement. We have women even now on the GBC, we have women temple presidents, we have women managers. So the ladies are doing a lot of preaching. They're very helpful to the Krishna conscious community. All right.
Yes, Guru Maharaj.
So are there any questions here today?
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. Please accept my humble obeisances. Hope I am audible.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Guru Maharaj, I wanted to know, like, how should I ensure my devotional service, which I do, is in Sutta Sattva? Like, I should not do my service in passionate mode, or can you teach me some practical steps, or how my mood should be when I do my devotional service? Basically, when I go in case of school service, which I do, sometimes I feel I have some expectations. So how should I keep my mood, Maharaj? Yeah.
Well, I think the proper mood is we should be a humble Vaishnava, right? The Vaishnava, we offer, when we offer our respectful obeisances to the devotees, we say their devotees are just like desire trees who can fulfill the desires of everyone and are full of compassion for the fallen conditioned souls. So like that, we should try to fulfill the desire of everyone. We should think the desire of everyone is ultimately to become Krishna conscious, and we should be compassionate to the fallen souls also. We shouldn't ridicule the fallen souls, we shouldn't look down on them. Rather, we should be compassionate on them. And we should think how to give them Krishna consciousness. So that kind of mood should be there. The mood that, that I'm not a very good devotee myself. I'm just trying to be a devotee. And I'm just trying to do some service for Krishna. And we need the blessings. We can ask other devotees, please bless me. Ask from other devotees, please give me your blessings that I can improve and do some service for Krishna. Is that okay?
Yes, Guru Maharaj. Okay, I understood. Yeah. Please bless us, Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Guru Maharaj.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dandavad Pranams.
Yes, Hare Krishna.
Maharaj, I have a doubt. Actually, when some health problems comes, personally I feel very difficult to progress in my bhakti. I'm a little bit worried about why this came for me, these things and all. But I have some confidence that everything is Krishna's plan. But still, as a person, I'm not able to overcome that and be consistent in my bhakti. Kindly tell me how to overcome and be consistent, Maharaj.
Well, Rupa Goswami mentions to us about enthusiasm and patience and determination. So these things are very important in our devotional service. In Nectar of Instruction, he mentions 6 things which are good for advancing. And Prabhupada mentioned, he said, patience, enthusiasm, and determination. He said these are necessary in everything you do. So in doing our devotional service, we do have to be enthusiastic. We have to be eager to take part in devotional service and to do some kind of activities. And we have to be patient also, that developing love of God is going to take some time. But we're on the path. So we should be enthusiastic that we're very fortunate that we have come to Krishna consciousness. That it's such a special thing. It's such a special thing to take up devotional service. So we should think ourselves very fortunate to get this opportunity by the grace of Lord Krishna. So I think this is important to remember, that somehow Lord Krishna is so kind to us that he's giving us this opportunity to do devotional service. And that way, when we think like that we've been so fortunate, then we'll be more enthusiastic. We'll be more eager to do our devotional service. At the same time, patience, it's going to take some time. We have to think, we've been in the material world a very long time. And we've wasted so many lifetimes without Krishna consciousness. Now, somehow we're fortunate, we've got this opportunity to practice devotional service. So, taking advantage, we should be determined that I'm going to go ahead, I'm not going to give up. Even though I may not be a very great devotee, I may be having so many difficulties, but I'm determined, I'm not going to give up. I must give this one life to Krishna. That I've already wasted so many other opportunities where I didn't take advantage. Now let me give this one life to Krishna. I have this opportunity, this is my chance. And if we think like that, then certainly Krishna will want to help us. And he will make arrangements for us to bring us back to him. So our body, our material body may be problems, we may be having health problems and like that. But yeah, there will always be problems. We're always going to get problems, one after another, because this material world is like that. It's a place, it's all anxiety, all problems here in material world. So, but doesn't matter what the problems are, we're going to go ahead and keep doing our devotional service. We're not going to give up, even though there's so many problems. Yeah, there will be, everything you do, there'll be problems. Whether you're a devotee or not a devotee, problems will be there. But when we're devotees, then at least we have the shelter of Lord Krishna. We have the shelter of devotees to help us to cross over all the problems. Prabhupada said, with one kick of my foot, I can knock away all the obstacles, all the problems. So we have to hold on to Prabhupada, and Prabhupada will take care of all the problems. A lot of times, we're thinking problems, but actually the big problem is our mind, that our mind is thinking it's a problem. But somebody else, he didn't think any problem. We may think, a big problem, it's a big problem. But somebody else in the same situation, they don't think it's a big problem. So it's all on our mind. We're thinking like this problem, this difficulty. Actually, this is just the illusion. The real problem is we've forgotten Krishna. And as soon as you remember Krishna, then all the problems are taken care of. Krishna, as soon as we become Krishna conscious, we take shelter of Krishna, then we put out the light. Rather, we put out the darkness. The light comes. The sun comes out. The sun, Krishna is like the sun, and Maya is like darkness. So in the presence of the sun, of Krishna, there's no darkness. So the main thing is to remember Krishna. Take shelter of the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. Then we can easily cross over all the problems of material life. Okay?
Yes, Hare Krishna Maharaj. Thank you so much for explaining me so well. Thank you, Maharaj.
Okay.
Hare Krishna. Hare
Yes.
Krishna. Okay. Hare Krishna, dear Guru Maharaj. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Gurudev, my question is continuing the previous Mataji's question, I think. It is said in Srimad Bhagavatam 3:12:1 that the first condition of material existence is forgetfulness of one's real identity. But when we come to Krishna consciousness, we immediately know about, become knowing about our real position as a spiritual soul and Krishna's servants. And my question is, how can we know? Is it if we have sufficiently remembered our real position? Is it enough remembrance about our position to become spirit soul, to become Krishna consciousness, and to come back to Krishna's abode? How can we recognize? Is it enough remembrance of our position for us, or we should continue?
Yeah, of course, we have to continue. Remembering Krishna, that's just the beginning. Now that you're remembering Krishna, now you have to take up service also. It's not only just remembering Krishna, but remember that I'm the servant and Krishna is the master. I should do some service for Krishna. We should be developing our attraction for Krishna. So remembering Krishna, what do you remember about Krishna? Some people just remember the holy name. Okay, they chant the holy name. Okay, that's very good. Chant the holy name, but we have to chant the name with quality. And there has to be a quality of remembrance. We have to remember Krishna in every situation. And we have to think, when we're happy, it's Krishna's arrangement. That actually I don't deserve this, but Krishna's just trying to encourage me. And when we're in distress, then we also think this is Krishna's arrangement. That we should think, actually I deserve to suffer more, but Krishna is just giving me a little suffering. So in this way, a devotee will think like that. He will see everything, every situation in relation to Krishna. And we will want to just simply surrender more and more to Krishna. So yes, so Prahlad, of course, he was remembering Krishna. He was always remembering Krishna. But Prahlad said, even better are those who are serving Krishna. He said, I only remember Krishna. But you're going to see the devotees who are serving. So we're encouraged we don't want to just simply sit and remember Krishna. We want to serve. We give the example, about the woman who's sitting at home and the husband comes home from work. And the husband comes home from work and he sees the house is a mess and there's no food prepared for him. He's been working all day and he comes home at night, there's nothing. And the laundry is not done and the children are not taken care of, the children are not doing their homework, and like that. And the husband says to his wife, "What's going on?" And the wife said, "Oh, I'm just thinking how much I love you." And the husband said, "What? You love me? Why don't you do something? Why don't you clean the house? Why don't you cook for me? Why don't you take care of the children?" Like this. So it's not just only remembering, but there has to be that mood that we want to give service for the Lord also, not just only remembering. You understand?
Yes, Guru Maharaj. And can we understand that we have enough qualification for coming back to Krishna, or it will be a secret for us till the end of our life?
Well, a devotee is always dependent on the mercy of Krishna. A devotee, the more they advance, then the more humble they will become. And they don't think they're qualified. Rather, the devotee thinks, "I'm very fallen. I'm very unqualified." But we depend on the mercy of Krishna. It's Krishna who delivers the devotee. It's not that the devotee qualifies himself to go back to Krishna. But Krishna himself can bring the devotee back. The devotee's only desire is for devotional service. We just want service. And wherever Krishna wants to put us, we will accept. Krishna wants us to become the dog. We say, at least let it be the dog in the home of a devotee. Let me be an insect in the home of a devotee. So devotee thinks like that. A devotee thinks, I have no qualification, but I simply want to be somehow connected to devotional service and connected to the devotee. And we just depend on Lord Krishna. Whatever is his plan for us, whatever is his arrangement. If he wants us to go back to Godhead, we can. But if he wants us to stay here, just like Lord Rama, he told Hanuman, "You stay here. You don't need to go back to Godhead." He told Hanuman to stay in the material world. And so the Lord sometimes arranges like that for the pure devotee, because the devotee, wherever he is, it doesn't make any difference. Narayana parasarve nakutas janya vibyate swarga apavarga narakesh vapitu yata darshana. For one who has taken shelter of the Lord, he doesn't see any difference between heaven and hell and liberation. He sees everywhere the same. So it doesn't make any difference for the devotee. Wherever he is, he's going to be doing devotional service. Do you understand?
Yes, Guru Maharaj, it's very clear now. Thank you very much, my obeisances.
Hare Krishna.
One more question, Gurudev.
Yes.
I see, yeah.
Hare Krishna. Have we a time? Yes?
Yes.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All glory to Srila Prabhupada. My question is, I can't always correctly understand where I'm truly surrendering to Krishna and where laziness or false ego is manifested. How could I better understand the voice of the Paramatma? How can I tell? How can I understand when I'm truly surrendering and when I'm in illusion. Hare Krishna.
Yes, well, you can understand when you're truly surrendering, when the devotees are pleased with you. If you're able to please the devotees, then that means you're really surrendering. We put the devotees first. We don't think of what we want, but we think about what the devotees want. How to please the devotees, how to serve the devotees, how to serve Sadhu, Shastra and Guru, serve the devotees, serve the spiritual teachers. That is how we surrender. So we have to hear from them. We don't just think, we can't just be guided by the heart, our own, the feeling of, oh, Paramatma is pleased with me. No, we have, if Paramatma is pleased, then the devotees will be pleased, and spiritual teachers will be pleased as well. So that's it, the principle. We want to satisfy the senior devotees, that they're appreciating that we're making an endeavor to surrender. So they will, if they're happy with us, then that means Krishna is also happy. Okay, Prabhu?
Thank you so much, Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Okay. No more questions here today? Okay, so thank you very much. Hare Krishna. We hope you have a nice day in Krishna consciousness. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Ki jai.
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 Thank you, Guru Maharaj.
Or back to
Hare
Brenda.
Krishna.
Jai.
Jai.